Hello and welcome to SirDropsALott. Not only my first RuneScape account in roughly 12 years, but my first ever Iron Man. I'm very excited to play this game again. It's been so long. So the goal for this series is we are trying to complete all of RuneScape one drop table at a time. I want to complete the drop table for every mob, every NPC, everybody. So we're going to start free-to-play in the beginning. I want to go through the free-to-play bestiary and check off everything as we go. So we're going to start off at Tutorial Island and then start clearing some drop tables. So when I first recorded this episode, I was pretty sick. I wasn't doing any voiceovering for any of this first episode. All of this is going to be added in post. And as you probably just saw, I added the Sea Engineer plugin, and that's just to announce when I level up because I couldn't do it myself. It's only going to be for this first episode, so if you find it annoying, don't worry about it. It'll be gone by the next episode. But our first goal is going to the Stronghold of Security and killing a rat, because that is our first bestiary task. And I'm an idiot, apparently, because I didn't know there's a way to teleport straight there, so I ran the whole way. So I've never done Stronghold of Security before, and I was pretty scared of these wolves over here just like attacking me. But then I found a rat on after the first two doors, and yeah, we completed our bestiary. All right, so moving on. So after our absolutely daring dive down into the Stronghold of Security to kill one rat, we are on to chickens. This is another gimme drop. We just need to hit like 2 different types of feather drops and
level up. Completed.
So I used my first lamp on crafting because I honestly didn't know what was better to do with it. You know, maybe I should put it towards magic, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna take me forever to do crafting anyway. Next on the agenda was going down and clearing out the cellars under Faldor Castle. We are going to sit down here and kill spiders, and it is time to talk about the first major thing about this series, and that is the tertiary drop table. Yes, the tertiary drop table honestly could make or break my sanity during this series, and it's definitely something we need to talk about. The tertiary drop table is a separate drop table that you roll on every monster kill. Not all mobs have a tertiary drop table, but I'm pretty sure most of them do. Every kill is rolling this table, and you know the chances of getting nothing is very high, but you could roll multiple drops at the same time. Now, if I wanted to complete the tertiary drop table for every mob, we would be insanely increasing the grind that is this series. So definitely don't plan on doing that. Not going to be doing that. That is kind of insane. So the way I'm going to do it in this series is anytime a mob has a new unique item on the tertiary table, I will grind for it. But if it's something I've already seen, I'm not going to do it. And I figured since spiders don't have any normal drop, I might as well grind out the beginner clue scroll here with spiders. And it's a good easy way for me to get a couple of those early levels and get my first clue scroll. Then I realized that beginner clues only drop a 1 out of 128 for spiders, when for goblins they drop at a 1 out of 64. So I decided not to continue grinding spiders, and I moved on to the next thing on the list. And we will get that beginner clue soon. Like, this might be a breaking of my rule, but it's my rules, so whatever. Next, I learned that the world for free-to-play is actually much smaller than the world for members, which makes sense. I just didn't remember that. Next on our bestiary is the rabbit. And according to the wiki, there is exactly 1 location with 4 spawns of rabbits that exist for free-to-play players, and that is at the air altar. So thankfully, I already was over here looking for rabbits that spawn elsewhere. So I went over to the air altar just to discover that you need an air talisman to enter it. And looking at the wiki, it seemed that the best place for me to find the air talisman is from Goblins. So we're going to come back to rabbits later. For now, it is time to hunt some goblins. Let's talk goblin drop tables. This is the first NPC that has some substance to their drop table. So first of all, Bones will drop 100% of the time. We don't care about that. Weapons and armor, we have just the bronze square shield available to us because spears are for members, apparently. Runes and ammunition, we've got a water rune, body rune, earth rune, and bronze bolts. None of these are significantly rare, so not that notable. Next, we have coins of varying amounts. I still haven't made up my mind if I care about getting every different quantity of coins to drop, but for the goblins, we ended up doing that. You have a 1 out of 128 chance to only get 1 coin, and I ended up getting that 1 coin drop so many times. It is kind of ridiculous, especially when you see how long it takes me to get the one item we're looking for. So next is the other category. We have a hammer that drops at a 1 out of 9 chance. The goblin mail, chef's hat, goblin book is members only, so we can't get that. You can get a beer at a 1 out of 64, brass necklace at a 1 out of 128, and then the thing we care about, the air talisman at a 1 out of 128.
Level up, completed.
Then our friend, the tertiary drop table. This is when we get our beginner clue scroll for the first time, and that is at a 1 out of 64 chance. Everything else on this list is for members only. This does leave me with the decision that once I do get membership after completing the free-to-play bestiary, will I go back and do a cleanup of all of the member-only items? I guess we'll have to make that decision later. That's probably a very long time away. And it was at this time I started using the drop counter plugin, or whatever it's called. You can see on the right side of the screen, I have a increasing tally of my drops, and it kind of shows what I've gotten, how many I've killed, and how much they're worth if I wasn't an Iron Man. Time to grind some goblins. After going dry on 300 goblin kills that first day, I went to bed, woke up the next morning, and got back to grinding. It took 526 goblin kills until I got my air talisman. Ridiculous. That is significantly over drop rate, and it is not a good sign for what is to come on this account. But either way, we got it. We got the air talisman. We can finally go kill a freaking bunny, and we completed goblins. Goblins are done. We hit everything during those 526 kills. I just can't believe the air talisman took that long to drop. After a quick bank, I ran to the air altar and used my new shiny air talisman to enter, and lo and behold, I can't reach the bunnies. I went and got magic casts, and those weren't close enough. Like, those weren't going far enough. So then I looked on the wiki, and I saw that short bow shoots at a distance of 8, and a long bow shoots at a distance of 10. So I thought maybe a long bow would get me there. And then I ran all the way to Varrock to buy a longbow, ran all the way back to the air altar, and I still couldn't reach these damn bunnies. You've got to be kidding me. The wiki says you can. I saw a Reddit post that said someone has killed those bunnies and then telegrabbed the meat. It should be possible. People say it's possible, but I just can't figure it out. So please, I am pleading, anyone who does watch this video, if you know how to kill a rabbit in free-to-play old RuneScape, then please let me know how in the comments, because it's going to bother me. It's going to bother me that I can't kill a rabbit until I get membership. It's on the free-to-play bestiary. It'll be like the account is tainted if I don't manage to kill one of these rabbits, because people say you can. Is the wiki wrong, or am I just stupid? Please help. Please help. Next on the bestiary, I had to be an absolute monster. Even though these 3 mobs or NPCs don't drop anything, I had to kill a female duck, a male duck, and a duckling. Rest in peace. The Feldor Pond will never be the same. I'm very sorry. The next thing on our bestiary is man. I had to do some manslaughter. Initially, I started out just killing men outside of Lumbridge. There were just like these 2 spawns here that I was going back and forth, but then I realized it was quite slow. So this drop table isn't too different from Goblins. We have a bronze med helm and an iron dagger, neither of which are upgrades for me at this point. We had bronze arrows, earth runes, fire runes, mind runes, and chaos runes. With the chaos runes being notably at a 1 out of 128, and I surprisingly got this as one of my first drops, which can't complain about that. None of the herbs can be dropped because that's a member-only skill. Coins, we got, varying levels. I did end up hitting that 1 out of 128 for 25 coins dropped, so still don't have to make a decision on that yet. And then you also have a 1 out of 16 chance to get nothing, which I definitely hit. And then you can either get a fishing bait, copper ore, earth talisman, or a cabbage. With that cabbage being at a 1 out of 128. Also, the cabbage is the one I went dry on. Out of everything, a friggin' stinking cabbage is what I went dry on, but I did eventually get one. And then as far as the tertiary drop table goes, the only thing I can get was another beginner clue scroll, but due to me having the goblin beginner clue scroll in my bank, I got a chat notification multiple times saying, hey, you feel like you would have gotten a clue scroll. I haven't started chasing clue scrolls, and I wasn't gonna juggle them, you know. And with that, we have completed the drop table for man. So next on the wiki is going to be Narf. Actually, Narf and his bandit friends. So they have the exact same drop table as man. I don't think there is anything different about their drop table. I'm pretty sure it is identical. So I think I might actually kill them and complete the drop table with them. It's gonna take a long time, but I think that's what we're gonna do in the next episode. I'm gonna speed through it. It's probably gonna take me like a couple hours, but I'm just gonna like make it a quick clip at the start of the next episode, and then after that we will move on to giant spiders, it looks like. Thanks for watching this first episode of SirDropsALott, the YouTube series where we are trying to complete RuneScape 1 drop table at a time. See you in the next one. Bye.